Oh, it's been a while since I sat down and recorded. Hello everyone, my name is Emma, welcome back to my channel. And Happy New Year's! It's 2026 now. Oh man, I have so much to talk about, it's crazy. As you can see, the title is I Almost Died. And it's not really clickbait, it is pretty accurate. I can't know that for sure, because I didn't go to the hospital, and didn't really... But I got sick. And I did let you all know in a community post that I was sick. I was sick for a week. Let's wind back to December. Pretty much the entire December month I was sick. I started feeling weird that first week of December. Just day one. And for the first week of December, I had over 40 degrees fever constantly. And I were taking medication to bring down the fever, but it would only go down to 38 degrees, and then it would go back up within like a few hours. So for an entire week, I was just constantly just having over 40 degrees fever, like 40.5 and stuff. And then for the second week, for a few days, like half of the week, I had no fever. The fever just went away. I still had some cough, but like the fever went away. And I went to work as a substitute teacher at the music school in my town. I was feeling fine. Like, I was on my way to recovery, but I was like still coughing. My throat was completely destroyed. Just completely gone. And then of week 3, I was feeling fine. I was not really having any issues at all. I started playing piano again, I started singing. My range was completely destroyed, like my upper range was gone, so I had to like transpose a lot of the stuff I usually practice and to warm up and stuff. I had to transpose it down like 6-7 notes and stuff. And then the 4th week, the last week of December, I got sick again for a couple of days. I got a cough again, and this cough was different from the previous one. I didn't have a sore throat, I just had a lot of phlegm and stuff in my lungs, which caused me to cough every time I would breathe. And that would last for a while, and that destroyed my voice even more. And the 24th, Christmas Eve, during that evening, I was not feeling well. I was not feeling well at all. I started feeling like shivery and also like warm and stuff like that, like, you know, feeling a little bit dizzy. And it was at 39.7 degrees fever. And I was like, okay. So I took some pills, tried to bring it down. During that night, between the 24th and 25th, I think I was dying. I've had friends who have had like 41 degrees fever, and they have been rushed into ER. They've been rushed into hospital because they've been actively dying, going into shock and stuff like that. And I talked to a friend who has been... I've talked to a few friends that have had this happen to them when they were younger, but I described the symptoms I had. What basically happened is that I went to bed, and I was freezing like crazy. The moment I would move, I would freeze a lot. It was very similar to the first time I got sick in the beginning of December. But I would also be sweating like crazy. What I suspect happened is that I got COVID the first time I got sick, because I had like fever the entire week, and flu doesn't really usually do that. And then the second time was just the common flu. I haven't had the flu in years. Probably almost a decade. So that probably is the reason why it got so bad. But basically I was laying in bed, and my vision would start going blurry and dark, like everything was just like fading out. I would feel completely dizzy. I couldn't really move my head. I just like felt like throwing up if I did, and I didn't take any medication. I could have done it, but I didn't want to wake up my family. So I just lay there, and basically all sounds would fade away, and my vision would go dark. And then I would cough, and then I would be back again. I would be just awake. And it was like that the entire night. It was an experience I have never really felt before. And to be honest, I kind of accepted it. I kind of felt like, yeah, if I die tonight, that's fine. I've talked a little bit about my mental health in other update videos. But 2025 was an interesting year. It was the most productive I've ever been, but it was also a very rough year. In November, I had some complications, and I finally got the diagnosis of gender dysphoria, so I can finally start getting care. The problem is, it's now been over 7 years since I reached out, and I still haven't started my transition yet, medically. And November was a little bit rough because when I met the doctor, and this process had been going on for like 3 years, just the gender clinic stuff, but I had reached out, and it was like a lot of waiting time to get in there. It was like 2 years to just get into the gender clinic, but whatever. I've talked about it before, I don't really feel like talking about it again. But this doctor basically told me that I would have to wait for another year. The waiting list is a year before you can start hormones. And it fucked with my head. And I thought, okay, well, fuck my life then. I guess I'll never receive the healthcare. And I'm still in that mindset of just, yeah, I guess I'll never receive it. Who cares? Who gives a shit? It's not important. I guess, whatever. Like, I've had so much bad luck with the system in Sweden. I just, whatever. The medical system, the school system, any sort of, like, you know, money not showing up on time, and like, just system errors. Everybody doesn't know how to fucking press their buttons. They don't know how to just fucking send away their paperwork. It's just like, sure, I guess, whatever. But then I got sick in December, and I had like many projects, including this video that wasn't supposed to be about me almost dying. But I was going to make this video regardless, just talking about 2025. And then I got sick, and that just like kinda... So basically, how am I doing? Not well. I'll be honest, I'm not doing well. But I said that, hey, I would be, I would keep going. But it's no longer for my own sake at all, it's just for you. I'm just gonna make stuff because I can. Not because I love it or because it's important to me, but just because I can. I'm also now... I had pretty much given up the idea of going to university and to study to become a music teacher, but no, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna push on that. But it's not because I want to anymore. It's just because I might as well. I have the ability to play multiple instruments. I have the ability to create. And I do enjoy teaching somewhat, so it's something I can do, so why shouldn't I? But it's not so much because I love it. And hey, maybe I do receive the healthcare. Maybe I will feel happy one day, but yeah. But either way, I almost died. That's not really what this video is supposed to be about. It's, I just want to talk about 2025. And everything I did. I made a bunch of stuff last year. In 2025, I written a list of how many things I was going to do, because my goal was, I had a little notes in my phone of specific covers I was going to make, specific videos I was going to make. I was going to get tattoos, more tattoos, but I didn't do that. Basically like New Year's resolution, but also just like a plan of what I was going to do in 2025. But the thing is, I still did a lot more than I did, because I had planned on doing a video once a month. And that could be a music related video, it could be a review of something, it could be gaming related content. Pretty much anything. So I looked through my list, and I want to go over them, because I also said in my last videos, I talked about I wanted to talk about my projects. The reason why I haven't done Logic breakdowns, because I wanted to do Logic breakdown sessions, is because I can't use OBS on my MacBook. It just lags, and it's not usable. The footage will just not become usable. That sucks, and I tried to find other solutions, but none that will satisfy me. So I thought that I'm just going to talk about the projects, because I still have a lot of it memorized, of like the process and everything like that. But basically, I looked through my stuff I had made, and I had made 19 videos total on my channels. On my main channel, the one you're watching on right now, and my gaming channel, Emma Likes Taco Gaming. Plus 17 shorts on my main channel. That's a lot more than I'd planned. I had planned on doing at least 12 videos in 2025. And that became more, which is really impressive. In those, it is 4 gaming videos, 12 music videos, 1 update, and 1 review / theory video. And I also did a video about my Pinkie Pie plush that you can see in the background right there. So yeah, the plan was to upload like once a month, but it became a lot more. I also had, again, specific covers that I had planned on doing, but there was plenty of projects that distracted me, and the moment I saw it, I just did it. So why don't we jump over to my YouTube channel and look at all the stuff I did in 2025. So, I first started with Adventure Time, Fiona and Cake, Not Myself. I did a cover of that. It got copyright claimed, of course. It sounds very similar to the original. And it's just because I'd been watching Fiona and Cake, and I just felt like doing a cover of that song. So I started off the year just doing something very simple. It's just my face and all of the instruments I recorded without a video for it. Then I uploaded The Land Before Time Adventuring. And that one actually I recorded in 2024. But I had some problems with my mental health and I couldn't finish the project. So I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna finish it now. And I uploaded it, and I think it's a really fun one. And here is where I start derailing from my list a little bit, the plan I had. I made Pinky Promise. And Pinky Promise has right now 13,000 views. And it is a cover of a parody by a YouTuber called Tridashi. I was just scrolling on YouTube, and then this video popped up in my feed, and I clicked on it, and it instantly clicked with me. It is a cover, like mine is a cover of this parody. The original is called Nona Manis by Trio Quack Quack. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize. But I just thought, hey, it's Pinkie Pie, I might as well. So that's like, wasn't planned, it wasn't on my notes, it wasn't one of the covers I had planned on doing. It just happened because I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to cover this because it's so fun. After that, I uploaded a cover of My Little Pony Tales theme song. And I had a lot of fun with that one. I grew up in the early 2000s and I watched My Little Pony Tales. And it is very nostalgic to me, and that intro as a kid, even if I didn't really care about music as a kid, I still loved that intro so much that I just had to cover it. I just had to cover it at some point. And because I've gotten better at music over the years, and now I'm a multi-instrumentalist, I know how to mix, I know how to edit, I felt like, why not just cover it? And it was really fun to just do it. It was just like healing an inner part of my child. And as you can see with these thumbnails, both with Pinky Promise, My Little Pony Tales theme, and then also Jay, but also this day aria. Like, for these ones, I drew these thumbnails. I just drew pictures. Another thing that was on my list for 2025 was to draw pictures a lot more. I was supposed to draw a lot more because I want to get good at drawing and animation. And while scrolling on the internet, and I got reminded about Yay, which has a bunch of different names I don't really know if I can say. But for me, when I saw it as a kid, I knew it as the Fluttershy Yay song. So I just did a instrumental cover of that, and it was literally, again, just revisiting childhood stuff and just healing inner child and just nostalgia and stuff. And then I derailed again from my list. Jay was semi on that list, but not really. Like, it's something that has been in the back of my mind, but it wasn't really on the list. The only ones that have really been on my list so far has been Not Myself, Adventuring, and My Little Pony Tales theme. But then I was practice working in the music school in my town for a couple of months, and I got to be in charge of this group of students, and we were going to perform Clouds by Zach Sobiek, I believe that's how I pronounce it. I'm not sure. So I decided to get familiar with the song and just learn it on every single instrument so that I could teach it to every single student. The one that plays the bass, I can walk over to them and teach that, and the one on drums, stuff like that. Although I don't play drums in this video, I still like learned the drum part. But I just thought I would get familiar and like with harmonies and stuff like that to introduce it to students and give them options like, hey, do you want to sing harmonies or not? We ended up not doing that, but still, like, I just want to get familiar with the song. It wasn't on my list, it just happened to come right in front of me, and because of my ADHD, I get distracted very easily, so I just did it. And then I was also teaching other stuff. I was teaching ukulele lessons for younger kids, and then I did a sort of tutorial / cover of The Lion Sleeps Tonight on ukulele. So I just uploaded that and had that. And I did that. The Clouds I did in a couple of days, and Lion Sleeps Tonight I did in 5 hours. I was sitting early, like during the night, in the morning. I finished it, went to bed, woke up, and then I would teach during that morning. So like I did this I did a cover of Lion Sleeps Tonight during the night because I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to. For me, I can go to YouTube and there's plenty of tutorials of The Lion Sleeps Tonight, but none of them I think sound good. A lot of them are very generic, a lot of them are very basic, they don't sound very great. A lot of the times the people that are singing are not singers per se. It is just very, very, very simplified, and I felt like since I know how to do harmonies, I know how to play, I could do it slightly better and a little bit more newer. Both for the students, so that they hear something, and they loved it. They were mesmerized, and they thought it was fun. And then also for the teachers they're teaching the same stuff every single year. They get to hear a new version of the same stuff they get to teach. I don't know. I felt like I was doing it for just like the students and for the teachers, and also just because why not? Then we jump into one of my favorite videos that I have made during 2025, and it's This Day Aria. I did a cover of This Day Aria from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and it's from part 2 of A Canterlot Wedding, I believe it's called. I could be mistaken, it's been a while. But I love this song so much. It is a beautiful song, and I love the vocalist, I love the singer that sings the parts. And I tried my best to get the same emotion, but I can't really sing as 2 different characters, but I have a nice falsetto and chest voice, and I thought, why not just do that? So Cadence part will be falsetto and more gentle and more soft, and then Queen Chrysalis will be aggressive chest voice and loud and and I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun with that project. It was very interesting because when I recorded the instruments and stuff, it was fine, but then I recorded the vocals, and I recorded the falsetto and the chest voice the same day, but then the following day I woke up in the morning before work, and I listened to what I had recorded the previous day, and I was just like, I wasn't happy. I wasn't satisfied with the chest voice, so I re-recorded the chest voice. So that's why the camera angles are slightly different. They were on the same like angle before, because I recorded the same day, but then they are now slightly different angles because I recorded the following day in the morning. And I did it in one take, I believe. And I have all of the raw footage saved because I just love how I'm singing in This Day Aria. It is like just natural. There is like some microtones like that I had to like slightly shift, not because of it sounding bad, but because it didn't sound perfect. It didn't sound magical. And when you fix those like micro notes, like there's like 1 or 2 here and there, there's like, oh, it's like slightly flat, but like it's fine. If it was live, nobody would care because it's still fucking awesome. So I just like tweaked it just a little bit. You'd be like, perfect. But I could release it as the unedited, like no pitch correction whatsoever. I would have been satisfied with that too, because I am genuinely, this day aria is my favorite one. I really love how it turned out. Then I did a sort of update video, and it's We Need to Talk. I just talked about what's been going on, my thoughts about the world and stuff like that, and what I was doing and working and stuff like that. After that, I did a My Little Pony live action confirmed video. It was interesting because it's not usually what I do. But I've always wanted to do some sort of review, like theory video, of anything really. And I thought, okay, well, this article came out by Variety, and I thought, okay, well, I guess I'll cover this. And it got some attraction, not too much, but you know, it's still like awesome to like the fact that my videos were shown. After that, we get another distraction where I did a mashup between Don't Worry, Be Happy, X What's Up. And that mashup is interesting because I believe 3 years ago, I guess this year, I had recorded a video on TikTok where I was playing the ukulele and I was singing and I was doing a mashup between these two. And I thought, now since I am more multi-instrumental and I know how to do a lot more, I figured, why not just make an official cover? That is like what I want to do. So I did that. I just saw the video on my phone and I realized, oh, cool. I guess I'll do this one now. And it's like just my ADHD going crazy in that video. Like I even like just did a small animation for no real reason, just because why not? It was just fun. And then I had another moment where I got distracted. I deviated from my notes and the specific covers I had planned, and I did Rain is Falling. I believe the original song is called Rain is Falling, or it could be called The Rain is Falling. It's by Electric Light Orchestra, or ELO for short. I was scrolling TikTok and I got a 8-bit animated like frog singing on, I believe they were sitting on a like leaf. And they were singing like that. But it's just like melody, it was not words. And I got so inspired by that, I was just like, I'm going to just do the chorus, and I'm gonna layer stuff and make it more and more and more advanced and have more stuff playing. And then I just did my first ever animation, minus the fact that I did a little bit of animating in this one. But I did an actual animation where the characters, like Melody's wings, that's her name, where her wings are moving and her mouth is moving and stuff. And it's like very simple, but it's also the first animation where I did something like that. And I thought that was really fun. It was a really fun project, but it was, again, just a distraction. It was not something that was on my list. It just happened to be there. And then I decided, okay, I'm gonna do at least one more. We're nearing the end of the year. I want to do one more song that is actually on my notes. So I did Apples to the Core. I'll be honest, I am not really that happy with it. I don't really like how it turned out. It's not lit the way I want it to be. It doesn't sound the way I want it to be. Those extremely high notes I'm singing, where I'm like up there, like I almost fainted singing those. I was really pushing myself in that video, but it also just doesn't sound that great because of that. So I'm not really satisfied with it. I might redo a cover in the future, but I don't know. And then I made a video just like the fact that I bought a Pinkie Pie plush, and it was really fun to just do that video. I was just gushing about Pinkie Pie, just talking about her and why I like her and why she's my favorite character. And then the last video I did for 2025 on my main channel was a cover of Wish You Were Here from My Little Pony Generation 3. That one is probably the most aesthetically pleasing one out of, well, This Day Aria and Wish You Were Here are my two favorite videos from 2025. I love This Day Aria and Wish You Were Here so much. I think the way Wish You Were Here turned out and the way it's mixed and all the harmonies and stuff like that, it's fun. I had a lot of fun with it. That was like the main channel. And then on my gaming channel, I released 4 videos. I did a Ponytown video, played Ponytown for the first time, and just walked around. And then I did a full gameplay, like just a full, what do you call it, playthrough of My Little Pony Maritime Bay Adventure. And I'm going to play the other one too, Zephyr Heights Mystery. It's on like my computer, it is downloaded. I just, I have a lot of projects on my computer that I need to finish, and then I need to export so I can get more space, because then I want to record everything in one go, and that's gonna be like probably 5 to 7 hours long. My computer does not have that space, so I will have to get a lot of space before I can do that. So I need to remove a lot of the projects once they're finished. And then I have done 2 episodes of Stardew Valley that I played with a friend of mine, Vebjörn. And it's been fun. It's been really fun to actually play with a friend, because like my gaming channel has been just me alone, and then now I've actually been playing with a friend, which has been really nice. It's much easier than trying to do commentary. It's just like you're talking back and forth and you're doing stuff, and it was really fun. It was really nice. As I mentioned, I did a lot of shorts, and some of them got more attraction than others. And I don't know. I don't get shorts on YouTube, man. Like, I'm playing, like, Tricks Up My Sleeve is fine, and I'm going to do like an official cover in the future. But like the My Little Pony theme on Recorder, and then the Smile song on Recorder, like, damn. The moment they are like 15 seconds, yeah, they explode. But like if they're longer, no. If they're shorter, no. It's not even that impressive. It's just, man, the internet, it is changing. Either way, that's kind of the things I did last year. As I mentioned, I did practice work at a music school in my town. I got to practice work there for 2 months, but I've also been substitute teaching there. And I did substitute in November. The 2 last weeks I did substitute there before I got sick. And with that money, I decided to buy an instrument. If you're familiar, I used to play the trumpet a few years ago. I played it for a year. And I decided, with the money I got from working, to buy a trumpet. Which is really nice. This is a C-tuned trumpet, which that's not what the standard tuning for trumpets are, but I wanted a trumpet that is more in the same language of the other instruments I play, like guitar, ukulele, bass, which I believe are all like C-tuned instruments. So I bought a trumpet, and I will be doing a lot of different things this year. Which leads me into what I will do for this year. This year, I'm not going to push myself as much as I did in 2025, because if anything happens, like mental health issues and stuff, I don't want to crash. I really don't. I've had a few rough months where I haven't been feeling well mentally, and my friends are nice, my family gets it, but I don't want to feel like a burden. So I'm taking it a bit slow this year, and I have specific videos I'm gonna do, and I'm not going to divert on anything else. I'm not gonna let my ADHD distract me. I have specific videos that I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do those in that order that I have planned. Currently, I have 7 videos to make, and I'm going to do that specifically. These videos are not going to be music related. However, this year, because for the past couple of years, I have mostly just been playing. I haven't been practicing. In 2024, I started putting in more effort and started uploading stuff and just started to play multiple different instruments, but I didn't practice. I haven't practiced in years. And I want to get better. I want to get better at playing the instruments I play. So this year I'm spending a lot more time learning new instruments. I got myself a tin whistle, so I will be playing tin whistle, recorder, and also the trumpet. And I'm going to add those into my project in the future. And I'm going to make covers this year, but it's not going to be every month. And I'm not going to upload videos every month because some of these videos that I have planned to do are going to be somewhat lengthy. Not so much in like the time of the video, but mostly just in the research and the amount of effort and scripting and stuff. It's gonna take a lot. There's gonna be a lot of talking, a lot of theory, a lot of reviews, and a lot of psychology, because it's a topic I really love. I really love psychology. So yeah, this year is going to be slightly different. I'm not going to be uploading every single month. I'm going to upload whenever the projects are done. And if they take a few months before they're done, so be it. I'm going to mostly focus on practicing instruments and making higher quality videos that is a little bit more in depth and has a little bit more nuance, a little bit more research into them. I'm still going to make covers. I am still going to do that. I'm going to also focus more on Adventure Time and Steven Universe, because I've said that for a while now and I still haven't really done too many covers. And I want to cover those songs more, because that's how I learned to play the different instruments I play. So I kind of want to make official covers in higher quality. But then I also want to actually release some original music. I have 2 songs currently that are finished that I'm going to try to record this year. But this year is very different. This year is like I'm locking in, I'm focusing on specific videos, and this time in my notes that I'm writing down, the projects that are written down are the projects I'm gonna do. And I'm not gonna let myself get distracted and stuff. Because even though last year is like really awesome that I did a lot more than I'd planned, and I did more than just one video once a month, like that's awesome, but I didn't do plenty of the stuff I actually wanted to do. There was plenty of covers I did that I didn't plan on doing, and that I didn't really have too fun doing, but it was just because it was either for work or it was for because I just got distracted. And I just feel like I want to focus a little bit more. The New Year's resolution is just to practice more instruments, focus on other types of videos and not just music, but also still playing and trying to get better at playing. That's kind of all I wanted to say. I don't really have much else to go over. I think I have talked about everything. 2026, it's a new year. I'm turning 25 this year, so I'm getting old. I hope you all had a nice Christmas. I hope you all had a nice new year. 2026 is going to be interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen the state of political world. We are heading into dark times, but I said that last year too. I said it. I said it's gonna get worse. And I just didn't understand how much worse it was going to get. I knew it was going to get bad. I read history. I know. I didn't think it would be as bad as it's getting. But hey, that's why we gotta create stuff. We gotta be creative. This is the year where I'm being super creative, and I'm going to put in a lot more effort than last year, and I'm gonna try to do new things, which is why I'm playing the tin whistle and the recorder and the trumpet, because it's a completely different thing that I haven't really done in anything I've done before. So new things, trying to get better, and also the instruments that I usually play, like the piano, try to get better at that too. I don't really have anything else to say. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know your New Year's resolutions. And I will see you guys in the next video. Check out my gaming channel if you want, Emily's Talking Gaming. I'm going to also upload more gaming videos this year because I'm not focusing so much on covers, because usually they take like a month or 2 months depending on how much I do. Because I'm not going to focus on that, it gives me more time to do multiple projects and recording gaming videos are much easier. It's just press record, do it, edit it, post it. It's not a lot of mixing and a lot of like adjusting in that sense. It's not the same. It's not the same difficulty. So I'm going to upload a lot more gaming videos on my gaming channel. It's been kind of slow there because of mental stuff. But I have plans of playing more games on my channel, and it's going to be really fun. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.